You're not friends. You'll never be friends. You'll be in love till it kills you both.
It's a harsh reality of television that even the most beloved shows can create characters that make viewers reach for the remote. One episode, you're completely invested in the Buffyverse. The next, someone appears on screen and you're suddenly questioning Joss Whedon's life choices. Today, we're diving into the 7 most hated characters from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But remember, this is my list. It's totally subjective, and every Buffy fan has their own most annoying character that makes them want to grab a steak. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and jump in the comments to let us know who we missed, or which character you personally couldn't stand. Because in the Buffyverse, there's always room for debate. Or, to put it in classic Buffy terms,
if the apocalypse comes, beat me.
Number 7, Parker Abrams.
Is everything okay?
Sure it is.
It is.
Sure.
At number 7 on our countdown, we have Parker Abrams, played by Adam Kaufman, the college guy who proved that sometimes the real monsters don't need fangs. Parker showed up in season 4 as Buffy's first real college romance at UC Sunnydale. He looked like the perfect rebound after Angel. Charming, intellectual, even a little artsy. For a hot second, it seemed like Buffy might finally get a normal relationship. But behind that sensitive poet act lurked something far uglier than any vampire. A manipulative frat boy heartbreaker who specialized in emotional drive-bys. After sleeping with Buffy, he hit her with the classic "we were just having fun" brush-off, and moved on without a shred of guilt. What made Parker so infuriating wasn't just what he did, it was how ordinary it was. No spells, no demonic influence, no evil master plan. Just plain old human cruelty. He was the embodiment of every guy who weaponized charm, then bailed the second things got real. And the writers knew it. Parker was designed to be hated. A cautionary tale wrapped in a handsome package. Mission accomplished. In fact, maybe a little too accomplished. Because decades later, his name can still trigger a full-on rant in any Buffy forum. Go ahead, drop Parker Abrams in a fan group and watch the comments section catch fire faster than a vamp in sunlight. Number 6, Kennedy.
Molly can sleep in Dawn's room. Not if Dawn actually wants to sleep. Molly will talk her ear off. Okay, then Molly down here, you with Dawn and Annabelle in my room. Bad idea. Annabelle snores.
Coming in at number 6, we've got Kennedy, played by Yari Limon, the potential Slayer who managed to annoy fans so much, some were ready to start rooting for the first evil. Kennedy arrived in season 7 with plenty of potential, literally. She was confident, skilled, and ready to fight. But in practice, she came off as arrogant, entitled, and blissfully tone-deaf to the actual apocalypse unfolding around her. What really sealed her reputation, though, was her relationship with Willow. Coming just 1 season after Tara's devastating death, Kennedy had the impossible task of stepping into one of the most beloved romances in the Buffyverse. Instead of showing sensitivity or patience, she barreled in like a wrecking ball. Where Tara and Willow's love story had been a slow burn filled with genuine heart, Kennedy and Willow's pairing felt rushed, shallow, and unearned. Fans weren't buying it. And honestly, neither was Buffy. Behind the scenes, the writers had their reasons. They wanted to show Willow moving forward, but with only 1 season left, there wasn't enough time to develop the relationship properly. Kennedy became the poster child for rushed storytelling. To make matters worse, she had a habit of mouthing off, questioning Buffy's leadership with an arrogance that felt laughably unearned. Here was a girl who'd been fighting demons for a few weeks, acting like she knew better than the Slayer who had saved the world multiple times. Bold strategy, Kennedy, but not a winning one. In the end, Kennedy remains controversial because she represents missed opportunities. With more time and better writing, she could have been a solid partner for Willow. Instead, she became one of the clearest reminders of why Season 7 left so many fans frustrated. Number 5, Riley Finn.
You want to use the girl I got a crush on as bait?
I can tag a hostile at 50 yards.
Denied.
You should be safe the entire
Said
time.
denied, Agent.
Did you just pull rank on me?
Do you have a problem with that?
No, sir.
At number 5, we've got Riley Finn, played by Mark Blucas, the perfect boyfriend who proved that sometimes bland is worse than evil. Riley showed up in Season 4 as Buffy's college romance and fellow demon fighter. On paper, he had everything: stable, supportive, and genuinely caring. Unlike Angel's brooding intensity or Spike's dangerous charm, Riley promised Buffy normalcy. And that's exactly why fans couldn't stand him. In a world of vampires and moral gray areas, Riley's vanilla earnestness felt out of place. His storyline didn't help. Instead of dealing with his insecurities, Riley coped by sneaking off to vampire brothels to get his blood sucked. Not exactly the definition of healthy relationship. By Season 5, when he gave Buffy his big ultimatum, "Choose me or I'm gone," most fans were already holding the door open. What makes Riley so frustrating is that he had every advantage: heroic intentions, genuine care for Buffy, and major screen time. Yet somehow, he still managed to bore and irritate viewers into wishing he'd transfer to another show entirely.
Number 4, Dawn Summers.
I had a lot of intense stuff going on. A lot of people don't understand that. Pain.
Yeah,
And then Kirsty's got to blab it everywhere because she's...
Kirsty, man. It's like she thinks, I'm so hot, everybody should just bow down before me. And I'm like, whatever.
At number 4, we've got Dawn Summers, played by Michelle Trachtenberg, Buffy's little sister, who proved that blood ties don't always win fan affection. Her sudden Season 5 debut was one of TV's boldest twists. Overnight, Buffy had a sister, and everyone's memories were magically rewritten to make it true. The reveal that Dawn was actually the key in human form was clever and thematically rich. The problem? Dawn herself. Written as a stereotypical, annoying kid sister, she spent much of her run whining, lying, stealing, and making every crisis about herself. In a world of literal apocalypses, her teenage tantrums felt wildly out of place. Worse, her recklessness often put others in danger. Instead of coming off as vulnerable or relatable, she seemed selfish and oblivious. Fans quickly grew tired of Dawn in danger plots, which became shorthand for lazy writing. It wasn't Trachtenberg's fault. She had the impossible task of making a deliberately frustrating character likable. But with weak dialogue and clunky arcs, Dawn became infamous. Which is a shame, because the idea had potential, exploring family dynamics and destiny through Buffy's eyes. Instead, Dawn stands as a cautionary tale of how an ambitious concept can fall flat when execution doesn't match intent. Number 3, Professor Walsh.
Riley, something's happened. I don't know what to say. It's about Buffy.
Buffy?
2 of our hostiles broke free and escaped into the tunnels. She went after them on her own. She's dead, Riley.
At number 3, we have Professor Maggie Walsh, played by Lindsay Krause, the psychology professor who proved that academic credentials don't guarantee basic human decency. At first, Walsh seemed like a stern but fair mentor, challenging Buffy intellectually and grounding her college life. But behind the podium, she was secretly running the Initiative, a government program capturing and experimenting on demons with zero empathy or moral restraint. Her true colors showed when Buffy refused to be controlled. Instead of adjusting, Walsh ordered her execution. Not capture, not discipline, straight up murder. For fans, that was the moment she shifted from flawed authority to irredeemable villain. Complicating matters, Lindsay Krause's early departure forced the writers to kill Walsh off quickly, leaving her arc abrupt and unsatisfying. Fans never got the showdown they were waiting for. Ultimately, Walsh represented the worst kind of institutional corruption, abusing legitimate power to commit illegitimate acts. And in a show where adults often failed Buffy, Walsh stood out as the ultimate betrayal, the teacher who tried to kill her student. Even in the Buffyverse, that's unforgivable.
Number 2, Warren Mears.
and get around for the house. I'm feeling expansive. Hey. You don't get a lot of humans. I'm watching my program. I don't want to interrupt your me time.
At number 2, we've got Warren Mears, played by Adam Bush, the wannabe supervillain who proved that sometimes the scariest monsters are just entitled men with too much time and tech. Warren started in Season 5 as a robotics nerd building android girlfriends. By Season 6, he had leveled up into leader of the Trio, a group of geeky villains with delusions of grandeur. But unlike Buffy's supernatural foes, Warren had no powers. His weapon was something more insidious: toxic masculinity. His misogyny, his treatment of women as objects, and his casual cruelty made him more dangerous than many demons. His most unforgivable moment came in Season 6, when he accidentally killed his ex-girlfriend Katrina while trying to magically enslave her, then manipulated his friends into covering it up. This wasn't supernatural corruption. It was cold, calculated evil. By the time he tried to kill Buffy, it wasn't about power. It was about punishing a strong woman who rejected him. Instead, his bullet struck Tara, setting off Dark Willow and nearly ending the world. What makes Warren chilling is how real he feels. He wasn't a vampire or demon. He was the guy you could meet on campus, online, or down the street. Petty, entitled, and dangerous. That's why Warren remains one of the most hated figures in Buffy history, because fans recognized him in real life. Number 1, Xander Harris.
I gotta be a man and ask her out. You know, I gotta stop giving her ID bracelets, settling new windows, taking Polaroids outside of her bedroom window late at night. That last part is a joke. It's really detention because here she comes.
Taking the top spot, we have Xander Harris, played by Nicholas Brendon, the so-called heart of the Scooby Gang, who often felt more like the weak link. Xander started out as the relatable everyman. No powers, no destiny, just a loyal friend. But over 7 seasons, his jealousy, hypocrisy, and selfishness turned many fans against him. His crush on Buffy made him bitter when she didn't reciprocate, and he never hid his resentment of Angel or Spike. His treatment of women didn't help either. He cheated on Cordelia with Willow, then left Anya at the altar, humiliating her in front of everyone. He preached loyalty, but often tore others down, especially Buffy, whose choices he constantly judged while ignoring his own flaws. By Season 7, when he declared himself the one who sees, many fans felt it was unearned, a speech that asked for credit he hadn't earned. What makes Xander the most hated isn't that he was evil, it's that he was supposed to be better. He was meant to be the heart of the group, but too often he represented the insecurity and entitlement that the show was trying to challenge.
So there you have it. 7 characters who proved that even in the Buffyverse, some things are scarier than vampires. Bad writing, toxic masculinity, and cosmic entities with no clear motivation. Which of these characters made you want to fast forward through their scenes? Did we miss any particularly loathsome Sunnydale residents? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey through the Hellmouth's most hated residents, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and tap that notification bell for more supernatural deep dives.